and welcome to my ultimate Freyna build. So I unlocked her yesterday. It took me a little longer than usual, but I have spent the last 2 days maxing her out and I'm very happy with the setup that we have. So this build will clear 400% dungeons comfortably, and even the void bosses will not present too much of a challenge. This is not going to kill the void boss in like 5 seconds because this is a mobbing build, but even then it was getting very close. So I consider this an all-round build because I've not run into a situation where I'm struggling. So I'll go over this in more detail. I'll discuss the new mods and the changes I've made, the reactors, external components, a bit of discussion regarding the new Transcendent mods and also the new power mods that reduce the crit. So first, let's have a quick look at the modules here. So yeah, if you're just interested in having a look at the module page, this is the setup I'm happy with, and I'll explain this in more detail as we go along. So first things first, there is a bit of a discussion regarding Contagion versus some of the other Transcendent mods. So we got new one, Venom Injection, for example. We got Toxic Mixture, and overall I'm not too impressed, but I've seen a few guides where people are suggesting to use Venom Synthesis. This gives her a 30% speed boost, so she runs faster, and also leaves a trail behind her that does a lot of damage. So I wanted to go in more detail regarding this. So first, let's remove the Contagion mod, and I'll show you in the lab how things work. So what we have here is, let me just summon some fungus. Let's just show one for now so it's easier to see. And make sure they don't die immediately. So we don't have any Transcendent mods right now. And if we look at her abilities, the first one, Venom Trauma, this is the one we use more often. And we throw this. So initially when we throw the projectile, it'll hit the enemy and do a big damage. So that is the first number, the skill power 718 that you see here. Then it makes a toxic puddle. Then it creates a room 0 trauma. And then it creates something called Panic. Now Panic, then we have Despair on this one, Decay on this one, and Nightmare on the fourth one. They're all the same. They are named different things, but they do the same thing. They have the same amount of damage. So basically you'll hit once and then you'll do 3 types of tick damage. First one will be for 6.2 seconds, second will be 12.4, and third will be 6.2. So let's see that in action. So first big hit, 264, and then you see 3 damage numbers, 94, 94, 99, I think, 99, 99. So we are going for 12 seconds. Now this is overkill for a Vulgus like this, even a level 100 Vulgus. Okay, so that is the build without any mods here. Now if we put Contagion, what Contagion does is it removes the final tick. Okay, so that Panic here, Despair here, Decay here, and Nightmare, that category is gone. And I've also noticed it seems to reduce the duration. This was 6.2, it's down to 5. Now what it does instead is it creates explosions. So enemies that die, they create an explosion, and it increases the range basically because the puddle go everywhere. Okay, so let me now show you. So what you'll see is there'll be the initial projectile hit damage, and then there'll be 2 ticks instead of the 3. 264, and now you're seeing 2 ticks, 90 and 99. Okay, 90, 99, 90, 99. Okay, so that is the difference. So you might say, why do we even need this Contagion mod? And it's basically because of the explosion. So let's summon more Vulgus here. Let's get the full set here, and we'll turn this off. Okay, so once again, first we'll do without the Contagion. Okay, so we have the 3 dots basically. So we'll just hit the guy in the middle, this one. So look at the puddle here, all of them are dead. The puddle was around here, just above this plus, sort of halfway here. Okay, now we will summon them again, same level 100, and this time we'll put the Contagion. So what Contagion does is when they die, they create an explosion which affects the nearby enemies, and then more explosions. So you'll see there'll be more puddle and more radius of the puddle. You can see this spreads all the way over here much further, which is very useful in 400% dungeons, even though the enemies are close by, but it'll spread further and further. And yeah, just be a complete mess with more enemies getting killed and going way, way beyond what you see. So now let's do another thing. We will add our final one, Venom Synthesis, which leaves a footprint and gives it more speed. Okay, so what this does is, let me just quickly show this again. So it converts the third ability. Instead of the puddle, it gives you like a trail of poison when you run, and any enemy that touches it will die. And of course, it'll have multiple ticks as well. Okay, so let's go here, for example, activate it, and we just run past these workers. All dead. So, which is better? Honestly, I like them both. I've tried this both on the 400% dungeon, and honestly, I don't see much difference. I'm happy with Contagion, even though it takes out one of the ticks. The enemies are not that tanky. They don't have that much health anyway, so it doesn't really make much difference to me. Especially for 400, that is the highest difficulty. That is what the build is made for, and even there we are clearing it without any issues, whether I'm doing solo or whether I'm doing it with others. It's just not presenting a big enough challenge anyway. So let's return to the build, and I'll go over this in more detail. So Contagion, Venom Synthesis, your choice. I'll leave it up to you. I'm happy with Contagion. I've tried the other one as well, and it seems fun as well. Now, long distance maneuvering, basically with the Venom Synthesis, right? This is the one. With Venom Synthesis, what you can do is you can throw your Q and run past the enemies, not to worry about looking back and making sure they're dead, because they will die with your ticks. Because you are doing so much damage with the ticks. You're doing 100,000, 90,000, 2 ticks. And yeah, these enemies don't have that chance, so they'll die anyway. So you can just run past quickly. You get a speed boost, so it's more fun. With the other one, Contagion, you just throw your Q and just stand and watch the explosions. Okay, so Contagion, Venom Synthesis, your choice. Long distance maneuvering, this is my preferred method. I like this because I like to grapple onto the shoulders of Colossus and take out their shoulders. So I use this midair. You can't do that. Then we have the power mod. So previously we were using focus on toxic, focus on tech. These are still same. I use this in normal Freyna as well. Same here. And the new mods here, 2 new mods, toxic amplification and toxic tech amplification. So what these do is they give you more toxic power, and this one gives you tech power modifier, but it takes out your skill critical hit rate and skill critical hit damage, these two. Now, for mobbing, again, you don't need that much power. You don't need to worry about crit, because the only challenge you'll face is the 2 bosses at the end of the 400% dungeons. But if you're getting a solid high damage output anyway, it doesn't really matter. The crit is not needed. You would need crit for boss, but again, this is a mobbing build. For bossing build, you can work with other things. Freyna also has a low base damage, which is why they have low base crit damage. So they have added these mods for Freyna and other descendants as well, those that have low crit mods. So basically, yeah, so I wanted to put these in, somehow squeeze them in and sacrifice some of the other things to see how they work. Now, if you don't want both of them, let me show you the difference between having them and not having them. So let's summon 1 Vulgus and make them invincible. Okay, so what I'll do is first I'll remove these 2 mods. Okay, so we just have the old setup from normal Freyna. Of course, our normal Freyna I had some more cooldowns and other things, but yeah, so we just have these 2 for our power. Okay, so I'll pull out my ultimate and look at the damage numbers. So we are getting 197. That's the main damage number. Occasionally we are still getting a crit here and there. 197 is our damage. Okay. So let's just go back a bit, and we'll do is we'll put each of them one by one. So first we'll put toxic amplification, because this one does more damage. Okay, so our number was 197. Okay, so now just refresh. So our ultimate is ready. Okay, 197 without these two new mods. With one toxic amplification mod, we're getting 261. That's a huge jump from 197 to 261. Massive increase. 64,000 damage more. Okay, now we go back and we put the other mod as well. We have to be further back, I guess. Tech amplification. Okay, so 197 without these two new mods, 261 with the toxic amplification, and now let's see with all the 4 mods what we're getting. 280. So not a huge increase from 197 to 261. That was massive. From 261 to 280, not that big an increase. So what I was thinking was, if you really want some other mod, you could sacrifice this one and pick something else that you would like. And you'll see later, I have sacrificed 1 or 2 mods to add this one. But yeah, more damage is more fun. Okay. Next, so we got one focus on toxic, focus on tech, tech amplification, toxic amplifications, 4 mods for your power. Okay. Then we have 2 mods for health. We have increased HP, normal, blue mod, and battle of stamina. This is your purple mod, and we also get skill duration of 8 seconds, which is something I really want as well. Next, we have cooldown. So we have nimble fingers, blue mod, and we have MP conversion. Skill cooldown 36%. MP is max MP is down by 15%. Not big a deal, because we are picking up a lot of energy drops from the enemies that we're killing with so many enemies. Then we have range mod. So we have skill effect range. This also gives us some shield. No harm in having some shield. And then we have skill effect range. So basically, that's how simple this setup is. 4 mods for power, 2 for health, 2 for cooldown, and 2 for range. That is all that you need. Nothing complicated, nothing crit based and other difficult things. Now, of course, I had to put in quite a few catalysts to get this up to the full 85. Now, the result of this is our Q is on a very low cooldown of 2.8 seconds. This can go lower. I tried it with 2.1 as well, which was my previous setup. That is dependent on your reactor. So what I noticed is, while I was trying this, I felt comfortable with anything under 3 seconds. So 3 seconds minimum. If it was more than 3 seconds, it just felt too slow. So I wanted at least 3 seconds. So 2.8 is good enough. Again, if you want some more, you can, use a reactor that has cooldown. Then our second ability, again, we don't really use it. You can use it if you want. Third ability, our cooldown is down to 5.1 seconds. And the duration is 14.9, 15 seconds. So it's about 3 times more. So yeah, make sure to throw your third as well. And then our fourth ability, our cooldown is down to 28 seconds. This is there to take out the bigger bosses at the end of the dungeons, and you can use it against the Colossus. So the lower cooldown you have, the better. I would like to reduce the cooldown a little bit more. I'll see the Freyna reactors are available this week, so I'll try and find something that works. So this is 28, which is still pretty good. Base is 110, so you're bringing it down to less than 30. That is a massive improvement. Duration is 12.4, but I have some more duration on the reactor. The reason why you want duration, I would say around 15 seconds, is because if you mod your secret garden or your gun that you're holding with more ammo, more bullets per magazine, you need to have enough time to empty your ultimate ability, like the fourth ability that you have. If you see here, if I pull it out again, I have 84 bullets in here. Base is 45. So this is close to double that much. And you need to have enough time for you to be able to empty the whole thing. Otherwise, if you're left with 30 bullets and your timer runs down. So that's why you need duration. Now, I don't have a separate duration mod here because I'm using tech. I could sacrifice this and put duration, but I got duration on my external component here. So I have skill effect range and I have duration, range and duration. So also I forgot to mention the range here. So range here, as you can see, radius 4 meters is now increased to 10.8. Maximum it will go is 12. So we are almost there. Again, not fully maxed out, but pretty good. Without the reactor, this is about 9.8 or something like that. So still pretty good. I was running around comfortably with 9.8, but more is better. So there'll be like another enemy nearby will get damaged. And yeah, so that is it. That is the setup. I'm very satisfied. You saw earlier how good this is against the 400% dungeons. I'm not running into any issues. Again, minor tweaks that you can do is remove the tech amplification. You saw it wasn't a huge jump in terms of damage. You could put some duration here. Reactor, you can, with the reactor, I have a good one. So I have good gold range and purple duration. So if you are going to the Colossus, you can find something that does more damage to the Colossus. Duration is what I really wanted here because I did not want to put a mod there. But if you have a range mod, duration mod, you can get some cooldown here. I had another one with cooldown earlier, which was making the cooldown even lower. Avoid the critical stuff, critical hit stuff, because that is not going to do you much good here. So skill cooldown here is 6.2% here. Let's see if I have another skill duration, skill cooldown, something. Because I want to show you how low your cooldown can go, because you may want to lower the cooldown further on your ultimate. Do I have anything? No, that is the only one that I have. Let me just put it up to show you what I mean. So skill cooldown here. Okay, so I'll put this here. Previously it was 2.8 and 28 for the fourth ability. Now it is 2.1 seconds. It's super fun when you put it at that low. And this one here is 21.4 seconds. Big difference noticeable over here compared to the other one, but it is still fine. You don't really need to pull out your ultimate until you are against a boss. Was it this one? Yeah, this one. So I think that is it. Oh yeah, the components. So what I'm using is 2 pieces from the Venom Essence and 2 pieces from the Annihilation set. So Annihilation will give us 5.7% duration increase. Again, I need the duration. And Venom Essence is giving us a little more toxic skill power. Again, I don't want to say no to skill power. You can go full 4 Venom Essence set. That will increase your firearm attribute status trigger rate. And tactical rifle, Secret Garden is a tactical rifle, so it will help you with more damage. So yeah, all around it just works very well with this setup. The new Colossus is also dropping, I think, toxic related stuff. I'm not sure if we get benefit. See, 4 set will give us some benefit up to 7 on HP loss. It's a little more complicated, so I haven't looked into it too much. But yeah, there is some toxic related stuff over there as well. But yeah, I think this is more than enough. Very satisfying if you go and just destroy enemies in the 400% dungeon. You can do solo, you can do with a group. If there are other Freynas, it'll just destroy your frame rates basically, besides the Vulgus. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. I'll show you this once again. And yeah, let me know your thoughts as well. I think this is good. Again, you either sacrifice some range or cooldown or something like the tech amplification. You can swap this out, add some duration, or yeah, something that should help you. But yeah, otherwise, I'm more than happy with